Yeah, it's over the metro. Just talking to Doug Profit over there. This is Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine in the WHS 11 News First Alert Storm Team Weather Center here on this August the 9th, 2022 at 10:06. And as we pop up the double box, you can see that we are tracking a line of some showers and thunderstorms. Nothing severe out there, but it's putting down some healthy lightning, some very heavy rainfall. Some of the rainfall rates around 2 to 3 inches per hour. So we hope this will diminish here over the next hour or so, and there are some signs that that will happen, but there still could be some ponding of water on the road. So tracking a broken line of some very heavy rainfall, some tropical-like downpours in this very muggy air that we have across the area. Let me go ahead and make sure everything is broadcasting correctly.
First Alert Storm Team.
And it looks like it is. So thanks for tuning in here. So it took a while for the thunderstorms to really get going over some different parts of the area, like the southern end of Metro Louisville. Had a few downpours a little bit earlier today over mainly the east end of Louisville and again other parts of Kentuckiana. So this is what we have right now. As we take a closer look, we'll just go to graphics full screen. And this is a look over the last hour. So there hasn't been a lot of motion in this thunderstorm. Well, kind of a glob or a cluster of thunderstorms is just kind of gradually moving to the north. And this is all firing up, by the way, along basically a stationary front that we have across the area, a boundary, and just a very sluggish atmosphere. There's not much wind out there to move these things around, and that's why we have a flood watch for the eastern half of the area, basically. We also have some thunderstorms ongoing here. This is along Highway 60 in Meade County and around the Irvington area in Breckenridge County. We expand out a little bit farther here. Some heavy rain just moved through Frankfort. It looks like that's moving off to the northeast. As far as southern Indiana, not much activity at this time. You guys had some heavy rain over parts of Bedford, Paoli, Orange and Lawrence counties earlier this afternoon and early evening. Just some light leftover rain, looks like around Madison, so no big deal with that. So right now, just kind of watching around Shepherdsville up to Hillview, Okolona, right there along the Snyder and I-65 interchange for the potential of some ponding of water, maybe some localized flooding as well. We put on the rainfall totals so far. So it looks like maybe a few areas have picked up about an inch or two there, right on the Jefferson and Bullitt County line. So again, maybe just enough to cause a few issues out there, but no major flooding at this time, and no major flooding is expected. And the trends over the last hour, it looks like this is trying to weaken a little bit. We're seeing fewer lightning strikes at this time, and in this view right here, we've got about 616 lightning strikes. This goes all the way from Cincinnati down to almost Paducah. So nonetheless, we've got, I'd say, a dozen or so lightning strikes around Metro Louisville and down into Bullitt County right now. We'll go ahead and move this over into Futurecast and plan out the rest of tonight. There is that flood watch, by the way, mainly east of I-65 until 8 p.m. tomorrow. That includes areas in eastern Kentucky. Go back to the double box here. So if you notice, our high-resolution weather model dissipates the activity pretty quickly over the next hour, and it will just stay humid overnight. And I had to pause here as Doug is going to do a little work here. We just cut off the lights for a second as well. But that is tomorrow morning around sunrise for JCPS students. Hopefully we get started dry. And most of our morning is looking dry and through midday as well.
I'm Doug Profit. Next on the WHS with a 19, a woman accidentally walks into the moving propeller of a small plane. We're in Nelson County talking to family members about the tragedy and the mother who lost her life in the void it's leaving them so suddenly on the 19 next.
Just looking over your comments before we move forward with Futurecast here.
Hello everybody, I'm Doug Profit on the WHS 1119. A woman accidentally walks into the moving propeller of a small plane. It happened at the Nelson County Airport, the family describing their loss after this tragedy. Also new in the 19, a Louisville woman's apartment filled with bullet holes, the shots coming from outside in the middle of the night. And then the solemn birthday in Shelbyville for the little girl who police say was killed by her mother and her boyfriend. The gathering at this park as her memory still haunts relatives. We hear from them on the WHS 1119.
All right, let's go back over Futurecast. We'll go full screen here. So this is now, it's not picking up on as much activity as we have across the area, but generally the weather models have the stuff that's out there weakening over the next 1 to 2 hours as we continue to lose our daytime heating that we gathered during the day today. We made it up to about 92 earlier this afternoon. Heat index got over 100. Going to stay muggy tomorrow, but again, hopefully we'll get students out dry tomorrow. They're heading back for JCPS. And then as we head towards early afternoon, we start to bubble up a chance for a couple downpours out there, and that will continue into the afternoon. I'd say evening time, there's a better chance of rain in Kentucky than Indiana tomorrow. Really not a chance for severe weather with, again, very little wind in the atmosphere. We just don't have wind shear to help produce much of any severe weather. So with the slow movement, it's flooding that we're kind of watching out for. All right. We finally get a push tomorrow night with that front moving to the south. And then we got some good stuff on the way in just a couple days. So as we head into Thursday afternoon, it's looking nice and dry, lots of sunshine, gradually lowering humidity. And then into Friday we go. Getting a little bit cooler at nighttime. We're talking upper 50s, lower 60s into the weekend at night. And into Friday afternoon, we've got upper 70s and lower 80s. And it looks like this could be some of the driest air, which will promote the coolest nighttime temperatures that we've seen since late June. If you remember, July got started really hot. We had a couple of weeks in a heat wave, really dry conditions. And then it ended up just turning muggy and wet to wrap up July. And we're still in that muggy and wet pattern. It looks like for the state of Kentucky, July ended up the fourth wettest for the entire state with inches of rainfall if you spread it all out over the last week and a half or so in July. So this will be a nice weather pattern change over the next several days for the weekend before we start to get back to some more rain chances next week. Some time for the soil to dry out, which is kind of weird to say since we started out with drought conditions this summer, and now we're kind of hoping for things to dry out across the area. But not only do we dry out, we get that lower humidity air. So that'll allow those temperatures drop to the upper 50s and lower 60s. We get a break in the AC. Haven't been able to say that in a while as well during the nighttime and early mornings. So almost a spring-like feel to the air for Friday and Saturday especially, and Sunday should feel pretty good as well. So that is Futurecast. Let me go ahead and bring you back full screen. There's that really muggy air that we have in place over, say, the southeastern third of the U.S. It's still going to be muggy tomorrow. That's our muggy map for tomorrow afternoon. Notice it gets gradually a little drier. So we've got the light green over us for Thursday afternoon with the super tropical air moving south into Tennessee. And then watch this. This is Friday, and that is that nice, dry Canadian air right over the top of us. Really steamy weather over the Gulf Coast in the deep south. Saturday, still have the nice dry air in place, high pressure, which is sinking air. It really stabilizes the atmosphere and will bring a lot of dry conditions and sunshine to the area. And Sunday, still looks like the humidity will stay on the low side. Live view out there now, we are hovering around 80 degrees. I've got our camera pointed to the southern sky. We're just kind of waiting for maybe a few lightning strikes to brighten up the sky. There we go. So we still got some lightning. The humidity is making it feel like 84 at this late hour. Humidity 76%. Dew point numbers above 70. Just feels really, really muggy outside. So that's what we have out there now. And so thanks to some rain, we've been getting rid of the heat index in a lot of areas. So the humidity tracker, still high tomorrow, lower Thursday, very nice on Friday. Saturday still in the comfort zone. Sunday still in the comfortable zone. And then we start to add on a little more humidity with some rain chances returning Monday into Tuesday. So for tonight, a few leftover storms out there, but they should be on a weakening trend again over the next 1 hour or so. But by the time we get started on WHS 11 News, the night team at 11 o'clock. 86 tomorrow with some more afternoon storm chances, and then the 7-day forecast features some nice weather into the weekend. We've got 82 on Friday, sunshine, low humidity, lows in the city in the lower 60s Friday and Saturday nights, but in the suburbs and outlying areas, I think we'll dip down to the 50s. So, again, a break in the AC, great camping weather if you have any plans this weekend. Sunday, a very small chance of a shower. Looks like a better chance next Monday and Tuesday. Let's go back to the double box, and we'll slide back over to Max HD radar and check out what's happening out there now, which is a thunderstorm, a really unorganized thunderstorm that's been moving into the southern half of Metro Louisville. So we've got this little broken line kind of cutting across the area, kind of very near the Ohio River as well. So as we zoom in, we are continuing to see this thing weaken. We don't have as many lightning strikes. I can show you if you look at the trend here. I'll go over the last 2 hours and take a look what this looks like. All right, so this is a 2-hour loop, and it was much stronger about, I'd say, 45 minutes ago. It's starting to just kind of piece apart, kind of rain itself out. It's losing its energy. Still got some heavy rain and some lightning and thunder between Shepherdsville and Mount Washington. But nothing severe, and again, it's kind of starting to collapse. And then we've got this thunderstorm right there at Highway 60 moving through Meade County. This one kind of bubbling back up, but will likely cycle down here over the next hour or so. And we'll see most of this likely fall apart by midnight. So again, no severe weather, just watching out for some localized flooding. Just wanted to give you an update on that before our WHS 11 News The Night Team broadcast, which comes up in about 40 minutes or so, 42 minutes. All right, I will see you then if I don't. Sleep well and have a peaceful night, and we'll see you later. Thanks for